it's Pinkmon and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a random discussion video because I was just in the mood to talk, and I just wanted to talk about parties and events in The Sims 4 and 10 ideas I have for future parties and events that they could add, because I constantly find myself just wishing there were more party types. And I'm also going to talk about just some things in general about parties that I wish would change. These aren't in any particular order, so I'll just start off with the first one that I thought of, which is Bachelor and Bachelorette parties. So we had these parties back in Sims 3. I would like some of the things from the Sims 3 Bachelorette parties and Bachelor parties to come to the Sims 4, like the strippers. Well, they're called like dancers, but we all know they're really supposed to be strippers. And also, I really liked that interaction where your Sims would spray each other with the nectar bottle. It would be cool if, I know we don't have cars now, but maybe somewhere down the line, if your Sims could ride in a limo to the location, even though it's not open world, so it wouldn't be that cool to watch, but at least like when you pull up to the location, come out in a limo, that would be cute. Of course, it would be an extra charge, and in the social event menu when you're planning the party, you could just hire a limo service, just like you can hire any of the other services like bartenders or entertainers. The guests of the party would make toasts to your Sim, and also they would buy you drinks, because it's your bachelor or bachelorette party. You shouldn't have to pay for anything. It would also be cute if there was an option for the fiance to come and crash the party, just to kind of check up on what their partner is doing and see if there's a stripper there and make sure they're behaving. I'm pretty confident we'll get this party type back at some point because we've had it in the past and it just seems like such an obvious party type to have, so yeah, I really want it back. The next party type I'm going to talk about is baby showers / gender reveal parties. I know I talked about this in my discussion video about age-based stuff packs when I was talking about the babies, but this is one of the party types I want more than anything, just because baby showers are super cute, and I just feel like babies are so pointless in this game that if they at least had like a little party dedicated to them, that would be at least something for them. I think it would be a cool way to actually find out the gender of the baby or babies you're having, to incorporate it into this party if you want to know, if you don't want it to be a surprise. So basically the ideas I had for the gender reveal portion were a gender reveal cake where it has like white frosting, and when your Sim cuts into it, it's either blue or pink on the inside, and if you're having twins or triplets or whatever, it'll be pink and blue inside, or maybe even purple. And then also there could be white balloons, and when you pop them, either pink, blue, or both colored confetti comes out depending on what you're having. There could also be a little guess the gender game that the guests could do, and the winners could go home with like a little prize. I also think it would be cool if when your Sim gets pregnant, they could go online on the computers and make a gift registry, so that if they do have one of these baby showers, the guests will be more likely to buy the gifts that you added to your registry. I do want babies to be completely overhauled and just totally improved in a bunch of different ways in a free update, and I would hope that this party type would come with that free update, but yeah. I don't want to get my hopes up too high. The next party type is actually an office party. So these parties would obviously just be with your coworkers and like your boss. You could schmooze with the boss. Everyone would have to bring food to the event, and based on your performance at the party, like who you talked to, what you did at the party, if your food was good, if you even brought food, how well you improved your relationships with your coworkers, it would affect your overall work performance. You could also end up earning yourself a promotion or a raise there if you play your cards right. I just think this type of party would be really cool, and I don't think it's something that's ever been done in The Sims. And it would really give you a chance to get to know your coworkers, especially for the more rabbit hole type careers where you don't get to see them every day. Next, I want slumber parties, and I want these for kids and teens. This is another party type we've had in the past in The Sims, but I really want it to come back because the kids can't even throw their own parties, and I think that's really lame. They should be able to throw their own parties and have cute little sleepovers with their friends, sleep in sleeping bags or bunk beds. Hopefully we would get those items with this party type. They could have pillow fights and play board games. It would be cute if they would be able to do little activities like painting each other's nails, maybe using like an easy bake oven to make cookies or little personal pizzas, or if they're teens, just using the regular oven. Because I know when I was little and I had sleepovers, we would always make our own little personal pizzas and like shape it however we want, like a heart, or just make different shapes with it. I think that would be really cute if there are a few different options for your Sims to make their own little pizzas. And one other idea I have for this party type would be the whole hand in a cup of water prank that people sometimes do at sleepovers that makes the Sim wet their little sleeping bag, which is totally mean, so I don't know if they would include it because I don't know if that would like offend people because it's like bullying, but I still think it would be really funny. Next, I want funerals. Now I know this is not really a party, really, it's more of an event, but I just think it's kind of sad in The Sims 4 that when your Sim dies, that's it, they're just dead. They just turn into a little urn or headstone and that's it. Like your Sims obviously cry about it for a couple days, but I just wish there was actual funeral events so that your Sims could invite their extended family, everyone could mourn together. Everyone would be wearing all black, of course. Sims could give speeches about that Sim's life. And I know there's not that much they could do interaction-wise, but I just think it would be nice to have, just to have. Mostly because it's just a part of life or death, I don't know. And it just makes sense to be there. Next is pool parties. So we obviously got pools a long time ago, but we didn't get a pool party. And I know you don't really need one because you could just do a house party and then have your Sims go in the pool, but I don't know. I just feel like pool parties are their own separate thing and they should have their own party type. If they ever make another stuff pack, they could do like a pool party stuff, and it could come with this party type plus a bunch of different pool items, lounge chairs, pool stairs, floats, different pool games they could play. For example, like a pool basketball type thing, those little floating basketball hoops, or water volleyball, or just anything. Maybe also they could add certain activities you could do in the pool, like racing, or I don't know what the game is called, but that game where you put somebody on your shoulders and you try to knock the other person off the other person's shoulders. Also the holding your breath contest, and maybe like an underwater kiss would be cute. Also, I know this isn't really related to the party, but just if this was a stuff pack, I'd like a shallow and deep end. Unless this is already a thing and I'm just totally like missing it, it seems like your pools have to be just one depth. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but I do think there should be like an actual shallow end and deep end. And child Sims would need a certain level of motor skill to be able to swim into the deep end. And also your Sims could not drown in the shallow end, even if they're tired. But anyways, back to the actual party type. Your guests would come in their swimsuits, and basically they would just swim, use the hot tub if you have one. There could be like a prank to pee in the pool if your Sim is gross like that. Maybe your Sims could lay out on towels, or I know they don't actually have tanning in Sims 4, but it would still be cute if they could lay out together. The next 3 party types are more focused on teens because I just feel like they don't have that much stuff that's specific to them. They're so similar to young adults in this game, and I think they could have a lot of different options for parties that cater to them. First of all, prom/school dances. I would honestly even accept just rabbit hole events for prom, just like in Sims 3. I know I keep bringing up Sims 3, but that's because I played it for a while. But it would be cool if you could actually go to a venue for prom and see all the teens that are in your Sims class. You'd have the option of asking another Sim to be their prom date. Of course, slow dancing, which we need for adult Sims too. You could vote for the prom king and queen. And if you have the mischief skill, maybe you could tamper with the voting. They could have a little photo booth when you first come in, where you and your date can take a bunch of cute pictures together. And maybe your Sim could also spike the punch. I keep thinking of all these possible mischief interactions, probably because I'm on Generation 1 of the Not So Berry Challenge. And honestly, because I've had to master the mischief skill, it just makes me realize how little pranks we have to use that skill for, and it's just kind of lame. I feel like they need to add way more pranks. Next party I want to talk about is just a teen party. Again, taking inspiration from Sims 3, where your adult Sims would just suddenly go on this vacation and they'd be gone for a couple days, and you'd have the option to throw a teen party like a rager. The guests would be like passing out on the floor and just being totally crazy. I would love that for Sims 4. They could have like a keg, not that I'm promoting teen drinking, but I mean, the Sims passing out on the floor, I think it was pretty obvious what that was hinting at. It would be cool if your Sims could get like noise complaints from neighbors and cops would actually show up at the party, and then all the teens would run and just scatter and run home. That would be hilarious. Also, if you could have your Sim just break up the party and make everyone leave, and maybe also certain objects in the house or decorations or appliances would end up breaking during the party, and you'd have to clean the whole house and fix all the stuff before your parents get back, or they would know you had a party. And the last teen focused party I want to talk about is graduation. It's not really a party, it's more of like an event. I miss having my Sims be able to actually go down to the high school, have like a graduation ceremony, even though back then it was kind of lame because they just went into the building and you didn't see anything. It would be cool if in Sims 4 there could actually be a ceremony where your Sims would all sit down and watch. Your teen Sim would go up and get their diploma, throw their cap, do the whole stereotypical graduation thing, and if your Sim is the valedictorian, they could give a speech. If and when we get university, it would also be good to have a university version of graduation too. And the last party type I want to talk about, it's not a new one, I actually want improved birthday parties. It's just an idea I thought of, and I don't know how doable this is in the game. I know nothing about programming or anything like that, but I just think it would be really cool if when you're planning the birthday party, there was an option, like a check mark, that you could select to make it a surprise party. It would probably be complicated to do. I'm not sure if they could possibly do it, but how cute would it be if your Sims would all hide in the room and then the birthday Sim would walk in and they'd all jump out? That would be so cute. I just really wish it was an option, and even though I don't think it's likely to happen, at least not in Sims 4, I can dream. So I just wanted to make one more point about parties in The Sims 4 and social events in general. Literally my biggest complaint about them is when you're inviting Sims, you can only choose guests based on the Sim who is throwing the party. So if your Sim doesn't know every single person you want to invite, you can't invite them. Even if you're throwing a birthday party for a child Sim who can't throw their own party, your Sim's mom has to go meet all their friends before they can invite them to the party. It's just really dumb. I think you should be able to invite anybody who anyone in the household knows. It's honestly my biggest pet peeve with the parties in this game, because I have to invite the Sims manually using my child Sim after planning the party, and then they're not technically tagged as guests, so when they do the party interactions, it's not counting towards the goals of the party, and it's just really annoying to me, and I don't understand it at all. And I know I've ranted about this a few times in some of my LPs, but I just really wanted to put it in this video because, So annoying. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you would like to see any of these party types, or if you have ideas that I didn't think of, because I'm sure there's plenty of other ideas. And let me know which party type you'd like to see most. I think if I had to choose just one, it would be baby showers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!